today this video is going to be a little more serious than the other because some of you don't exactly like the other ones. So today we are going to be doing an ancient story by the Tao Te Ching. I keep forgetting how to pronounce this. Daoism. I'm just gonna call it that. By a guy called Lao Tzu, and he wrote this 33,000 years ago. 3,000! Are you joking? No, Sith, we're not joking. Okay, anyway, let's just get to the story. Anyway, let's go! Let's jump right into it.
Hello, welcome. Today we are going to explore 3 stories from the wonderful world of Daoism, the ancient Chinese philosophy most associated with the yin-yang. And the Taoists, they were philosophers and thinkers, and they came up with really powerful ideas to help us understand ourselves, our place in the universe, and how we could live in harmony, both with ourselves, with other human beings, and nature. And today we're going to explore 3 stories from this wonderful person called Zhuangzi. He has really funny and silly stories to help break us out of taking ourselves too seriously and some of the judgments that may give us pain. And in particular, we're going to explore...
Oh, okay. You got me? Okay, move over, sis. Wait, oh no, she's already squeezed. Come on, let's go, bro. Okay, now we're squished. It's good. Anyway, let's keep going, guys.
For some ideas around this question and this feeling that our value is outside of ourselves. Do you ever have the thoughts, I'll be happy when? I'll be...
Okay, guys, so you're already valuable without... Okay, wait, sorry, can I just say that part again? Okay, guys, you're already valuable without knowing math or putting more videos on your YouTube channel. You're already valuable without knowing any of those things. You already have value inside you. Okay, let's keep going, guys.
You know, when I get this job, I'll be happy, or I'll be good enough when I have the 6-pack or the Instagram booty. I'll be beautiful when... What are these things for you? If you just take some time, have you been having thoughts that are giving you pain at the moment where you're externalizing your value? You have these if statements. If I get this...
Okay, guys, so if you have thoughts that are putting pressure on you or making you upset, then you should really consider talking to someone about it. Heck with it, why don't you even email me? Yeah, why don't you email me? Yeah, that will cheer you up. Yeah, sure, email me. Wait,
so we can find out everyone's secrets. I'm joking. No secrets around here, mister.
Yeah, especially not disgusting ones. Okay, anyway, okay.
Then I'll be content.
Okay, guys, and now let's play it.
So obviously some of these thoughts are helpful, like, you know, if I have a job, then I can have a roof over my head. That's important. And, you know, we live in complex economic systems, so, you know, we need jobs, etc. However, a lot of these ifs are really not capturing the true wonder of who you are. Is it really true that you become more valuable as a human being if you have the nice Louis Vuitton handbag or having a 7-figure salary? Like, does that really make you a more worthy human being? Well, the Taoists...
No, it does not. Even if you don't have this your dream job, or you don't have a roof over your head, you're still very valuable. You're still very valuable, guys. So don't think if you don't have this job or you don't have this toy or something, you're still very valuable. So you should still be happy about it. You should still be happy even if you don't think. You should be happy in the inside. Let's keep going.
Certainly didn't think so. And so they came up with lots of fun stories to help us, let go of this pain and these judgments and, feeling like we're not good enough. So let's do our first story, and
Okay, guys, listen up. This is a great story, so let's go. Let's get into it.
These are gourds, or pumpkins. And so this is a story about, the word useful and useless. and whether or not they actually mean anything or are constructs. Let's see what you think about this story, and then we'll continue.
Yep, correct.
Yep.
So Huizi was a friend of Zhuangzi. So Zhuangzi is the writer of these stories. And Huizi said, Zhuangzi, the king of Wei gave me these seeds for giant gourds, and I planted them in the ground, and lo and behold, they created these humongous, ginormous things.
Oh, and by the way, guys, a little fun fact for you: those gods, they can weigh up to 1,200 kilograms. Now, and that's pretty impressive. That's a really fat one. That's pretty fat.
By the way, they're not called gods, they're called gores.
Okay then, Gerd.
Gurney. Oh, okay then, God.
Gurney, Barney, and Birdie. Okay, that was creepy.
However, they were so big that I couldn't use them as a watering container like I normally would do. It fitted 200 liters. I couldn't even carry the thing. So I split it in half and tried to use it as a ladle, as you would do. But it was so big and unwieldy, I couldn't dip it into anything. Obviously, they were fabulously big, but they were so big as to be useless. So there was nothing left for it. I smashed them all to pieces.
Okay, guys. So this is another
Fact.
No, not fact. No, I would say something that I want to maybe like comment on and how it's like in life. So what he's doing, he's smashing these. How do you
Gourds.
gourds? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you gourds.
No,
Right?
God. But this guy, since he's
Whoa. Knock it off.
English, he pronounces it
Knock it off, Bozo.
gourds.
Okay, Gerd. I'm just gonna call him
Gerd.
Okay.
Ready?
No, I actually forgot. Tell me, come on.
What?
Okay, I'm just gonna call him God because he isn't saying anything. Anyway, these gods, he smashed them to pieces just because he couldn't find any use to them. So that's kind of like people. If you don't see that they have any use to them, you just fire them. But that should not be happening because think of how painful that must be. Crushed into little pieces, almost like ripped apart.
And physically and mentally.
Kind of like bullies, yeah. Like if if you're stressed about school and about bullies, then you should really consult someone about, like a teacher or your parents. So yes, that's what I want to comment on. Anyway, let's go.
Now, Zhuangzi, watching this, said, Huizi, my friend, you really are thick when it comes to using big things. Why were you worrying about whether you could hold
Kind of like someone I know.
water in it or use it as a ladle? Why didn't you consider using it as a bathtub and then go floating down the rivers and lakes, bobbing along and enjoying
I
yourself?
wonder if he's just trying to be funny.
You clearly have overgrown scrub in your head.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Overgrown scrub.
What the heck is scrub?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely means about. I'm pretty sure he's saying you have some garbage in your head, actually.
So, that's our first story. Zhuangzi is a bit harsh to his friend. You clearly have overgrown scrub in your head.
I agree with him.
What was that story? What was your experience of that story? What did you think or feel? Just take a moment to,
Okay, so this story is about. It's about like inside yourself that you're valuable, you're good,
It's not the outsides.
and you should be happy. And they're showing you that some people just overlooked him and you just get rid of him, crushed him, get rid of him. So
It's kind of like when a bully comes, you shouldn't really get so bothered. You should not be afraid, but a little.
You
bit.
should stand up to them. Yeah, stand up to them, guys. You should stand up to a bully.
And try and tell a teacher or a parent.
Yeah, your teacher or your parents. Yeah, I totally agree with this.
I totally agree. Business is nice.
Yeah, business is nice. What?
Oh, me, Susie. Fine. Yeah. Business.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, okay, guys. So, Okay, guys. So if you comment down on Facebook, why do you have to keep saying this so many times? Anyway.
Oh yeah, there was a part in the
comment
story where
on Facebook and okay, if you leave comments on Facebook and tell me if you enjoyed the story. I definitely enjoy it. Now go Fifth.
there's a part in the video where it says that there's a part where people are actually inside of it. Yeah, hang on.
What was that story telling you? And then we can explore perhaps some ideas of what Zhongs was talking about. So we had these great big gourd seeds, and in ancient China, gourds were used as water containers and ladles. These were the conventional uses of a gourd. However, this one was so big that you couldn't do either of those things. And so Huizi, the friend of Zhongzi, decided that these gourds were useless. Now, the key thing to note is that judgments like something being useful or useless require a goal, a purpose, in order to be defined as useful or useless. So
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna comment on this again. So it's like if you have tons of gold and you finish them all, you think that you'd be really happy, you have everything you want, and you have nothing else to do. But that's the key word. We have nothing else to do. Then you would be lost. You would quickly grow bored of all the things, and
Do
that's,
nicely.
and that's bad. So you should always do some things that you don't exactly want to complete them to give you more time to create more goals to keep finishing them.
So the sort of purpose of a gourd back then in ancient China was either water containers or ladles. And so when this big fabulous one fell out of that little box, Huizi considered it as useless. But is it really useless? Because actually, yeah, as Zhongzi said, you can use it in many different ways. You can use it as a bathtub and go floating down the rivers and lakes. I thought this was just Zhongzi making things up and being silly, but I did some research, and actually
Look at
turns
that,
out
guys.
And that's actually what I meant by people go inside of it. I mean, look at that. They're paddling in a little pumpkin.
Yeah.
Big pumpkin.
No, not petite. Big. Yeah.
pumpkins and gourds are some of the biggest vegetables in nature. They can grow up to 1,200 kilograms. And people do actually use them as boats and little kayaks and go floating around in them. So Zhongzi wasn't.
So if you're a farmer and you have these gourd feeds, then you can make yourself a little makeshift boat. So if you don't have enough money to get one, and you can't afford one or something like that, and you always want to do something like that, then you should get those gourds. Get them and take all the stuff out of them. And you can probably eat some of the stuff. I've never tasted it, okay? So you don't need to listen to that part. It might be it's really sticky.
Actually just making this up. This is a perfectly legitimate use of a gourd. And this applies obviously to more than just pumpkins. This story is challenging us to think about ideas like useful and useless. Because is it that if sometimes you feel like I'm useless at this, or why am I not good enough, I'm not valuable?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna mention this again. You should never think that if you can't do this or you can't do that, then you're kind of just useless and like what's wrong with you? You're still valuable inside you. Always remember that, guys. That's a little
And
heads up.
there's always something worse than what's happening. And
Yeah, there's always darkness is always darkness. Is in darkness is a gateway to knowledge. Darkness is a gateway to knowledge.
Enough? Is it that you are kind of feeling pain because you are trying to fit into other people's boxes and purposes and definitions? You know, like society gives us, be an engineer, be a doctor, the boxes continue. And if you don't step in it, then, you find like, is there something wrong with me? Rather than
There's nothing wrong
realizing
with you.
that, we're all
You
unique
can't
and we
do
all
it
have
if you
our
can't
own
step in those
things that work for us and things that come easier to us. And so, we all have gifts to give the world. And so do other people's judgments need to give you pain? Zhongzi thinks maybe not. So
No, other people. Zhongzi is right. Other people's Other people's judgment should not give you pain.
And if you make yourself happy, that actually makes it better. Chances are you're gonna be more happy.
Act happy and you will be happy. Act sad and crabby and mopey. You will be sad, crabby, and mopey.
And bring this story to mind. These massive gourds that, they didn't fit into the normal categories of what useful was back in ancient China, but of course they were valuable and wonderful. And that is true of all of us. So let's continue.
Okay, guys, so leave a like if you enjoyed that story, and if you enjoy it, if you enjoy it, we'll do the next one. Okay. Oh well,
and don't forget to subscribe and ring the little ding.
Oh, and I didn't forget to give me 1,000,000 likes. Now do something stupid. I'll eat a whole tube of toothpaste and guzzle it down with some beer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, guys. This is Mason Toy Master. Julian Toy Master.
No.
Simon Toy Master. Signing out. Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.